is Alba Shiliaptin. I'm the chair of VIRWC. We are delighted to participate in the Wyndham Learning Festival. As you know, food is a great way of connecting, sharing and enjoying life common to all countries. In this video we bring you popular dishes from Eritrea, Fiji, Brazil and a little bit of a fusion between Italian here in Australia. To start, I'll give you a popular snack from Brazil made of manioc, cheese and eggs. So enjoy the Learning Festival. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients. So we've got the manioc flour, we've got butter, Parmesan cheese, cheddar cheese and egg. We start from pouring the manioc flour, and what we are going to do, we are going to heat the butter for approximately 30 seconds and mix with water. Now we're back. So now we mix a third of a cup in the 30 ml butter we put together. Why we need to mix is simply to pour over the flour so we can get some thicker grains. So what we're going to do, we'll pour it slowly. And we mix it. Now we pour the cheese, the Parmesan cheese, the cheddar cheese and the egg. Now all you need to do is to ensure that you mix it, and when you pour the egg, what you want to do is for the dough to be quite consistent. As you know, an egg is a good binder. So now, as you can see, our cheese bread dough is ready, and all we need to do is to roll into small balls and put in the oven for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. You will see the light golden color as it is cooked, ok? Deixa eu pegar uma, que eu vou fazer um pouco maior, tá? Okay. Now here we go. So we now have the cheese rolls ready to go. So we heat the oven for 5 minutes and then we let it cook for another 20 minutes. Okay. Now you can put in the oven at 200 degrees and of course 20 minutes to cook. We'll see. Yep. Okay. Now all we need to do, as you can see, they are golden brown, is to put it on the plate. In a typical Brazilian tradition, you have it with an espresso. Enjoy the learning. And by the way, pão de queijo is gluten-free.
Good morning. Today I'm going to cook Fiji style potato curry, which I have diced over here. As you can see, I've got some big pieces and I've got some very small pieces. The purpose of the small pieces is that because it will soften first and it texture to the gravy that I will have in the potato curry. Over here I have got grinded, roughly grinded, that is, some curry leaves, tomatoes, ginger, fresh turmeric, what else? Garlic, onions, I've said, I think, and a bit of chilies to your taste, as well as a bit of fresh, the root of coriander. And then over here I've got the masala condiments. I have got, that's the turmeric, powdered masala, and then powdered coriander seeds. And these are the ingredients which are very, very important to our Indian cooking. That's the mustard seed, that's the fennel, that's the cumin seed, that's the mustard. Now you can see that my the condiment mixture is almost cooked. So I will add the prepared potatoes there. I will add the masala condiments, and then I will add a bit of salt. Salt to your taste, of course. And just let it mix. And then I'll add some hot water to it. Just a bit of it. Stir it quickly. And then cover the dish and let it simmer for about, not till it gets softened, till it gets cooked. Okay, now you can see my onions has caramelized, so I'll take it off. Switched off the flame, and I will take it off, and then I'll have to add that later on. Now, while my potato curry is still being cooked, as you can see, sort of simmering, I put it on low flame. I will prepare some rice dish to go with the potato curry. It's also for my lunch. Now, the rice dish is ghee rice, so I will first fry the onions in ghee. I've got the ghee here. I'm cooking it in my pressure cooker because I find it easier to cook the rice. So I'll just take a spoonful of ghee. Let it be not, and then I will add the onions in here. Yeah. My sister is helping me. So I will just have that fried up. I'll let it caramelize so that it releases its so let it release its flavor, it caramelizes. I'll have to wait till it's brown. So I'll just switch it off now. Okay, now in the same pan in which I had sauteed the onions, I'm going to put cinnamon stick. This is small pieces of that, and some cardamom seeds over here. You can see some cardamom seeds, and I'll just have it kind of heat it a little bit, and then I'm going to put my garden fresh curry leaves. Just let it butter a little, and then I will add the rice. It's the basmati rice which I had soaked for an hour. Washed and then soaked. You have to wash it very, very thoroughly to take all the impurities out. So I've washed it, soaked it for an hour, and I'm going to add that to it. I'll lower the flame. Just fry it a little bit. And I will add a bit of salt. I don't add too much. Just a little bit. Okay, let it move. So now I'm going to add a bit of sultanas. Yeah, this is very finely diced garlic. I'll add that and cook it for a while so that okay, I've allowed about a minute or two for it to saute. Now I'm going to put some hot water, just enough to have the rice cooked. It's good. And I will put a little bit, I've soaked some saffron, which I will be putting it in here. Oops, hot. And stir it a while. And that's it. Maybe a little bit, tiny bit more water, and I'll let it cook. It should be ready by the time my potato curry is ready. Okay. Now I'm going to check on my rice. It's been cooking. I had the 3 whistles. So that's the rice there. Now I'm going to add the fried onions which I had. I'll just put that in. And I'm going to put finely diced fresh from my garden coriander and spring onion. And I'll just toss it. I think, yeah. So that's my ghee rice, Fiji style ghee rice, or rather Sudhana rice, fried rice, ghee rice. Okay. That's my ghee rice. That's my potato curry, all Fiji Indian style. And of course I'm serving that with freshly diced tomatoes and raita. And there is a chili in there. You know, sometimes people want to eat chili, so I place one chili there. So you can pour the the potato and then eat it with the rice. Enjoy. Thank you so much.
My name is Hamida. I'm from Afghanistan, and I'm one of a member of Global Kitchen. Today I wanna make my country traditional food. It's named Burani Bonjour. It's just like fried eggplant. It's very easy and quick cooking. So we need something like eggplant, garlic, salt, cumin, and turmeric with red chili, 1 tomato and 1 onion. It's if you like, and that's it. It's for we need these for cooking. And then we need yogurt for in the end of when we serve it, we need some yogurt. So let me start. First we need to put oil. We make it hot, and then I already wash all of this, and we start cutting also this size. And we put it oil for 5. We need to cut it not very thin and not very thick. It needs to be this size, because if it's very thin, it absorbs the oil. And when we fry this, then we we wanna stop the video, and we will when we fry this all of them, and then we will show you the next step. Now we need to use this. Look, this here, and that's it. No.
You mix
One
it up.
second. We need to mix it up, and we need to put some onion, one onion and tomato. Now we get some onion.
Slice some onions up.
And
Put it with the eggplants and everything else. Cut some tomatoes. So I just deep fried the eggplants, and I'm using this to drain the oil out of the eggplants, and we will be using the excess oil later on for the onions. That's to use for the onions, and then finish it off with the seasonings.
we need to use we need to cut some chili and garlic here. Put it. You bring one spoon. No, it's there. Because it's a quick video, we need to do it quickly. I don't want to put too much oil here because it's already oily. Let me try this.
Hello?
Yeah, no, it's, we need to take all this from the oil. Because it's a drainer, if we use this, the oil will come out. And we use common and turmeric and I don't wanna okay, 1 second. Did I put salt? And the salt. This is there is salt, common turmeric, and it's been 15 minutes now. It's fully cooked. I take out all of eggplant, and it's very nice and ready, and I put some yogurt on top of this. Now you can eat it with bread, and it's very nice and spicy a little bit. Thank you so much to give me this opportunity to show our traditional food. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm making a Brazilian side dish. Black beans. This is usually what you eat every day in Brazil, either the black beans or the brown beans. So I'm just gonna make like a side dish. So I use garlic, chorizo, black beans, bay leaf,
onion, salt and pepper, and kale. So now put the onion, the garlic with some oil, so they can get a little bit brown. Then I add the chorizo. Okay, now after soaking the black beans for half an hour, I'm gonna cook the black beans. I just put the black beans with the bay leaves, and I'm gonna cover probably for 1 hour. So if you have a pressure cook, it's actually better, but as I don't have, I'm just putting here and just wait for 1 hour. Now that the black beans are cooked, and you have to put the mix of chorizo, onion and garlic. And you just mix all together, and then you just put the salt and pepper to your taste. I also like to put kale, just give a little bit of green, but you just put towards the end when it's like cook, just to mix it up, and then yeah, with a little bit of green on it. And pronto! I cooked some rice with broccoli and some lamb and then Brazilian black beans. There we go.
We are making ziggy today. Firstly, you have to cut your onions. You need 2 onions. Chop up the onion as so. Now you add the olive oil to the pot, just a smidge. Mix it around. Depending on how much you're going to make, I would add 1 kilo of lamb leg chopped up. That's about the size of the meat. And yeah. You will then need to further chop into smaller pieces. All the fat needs to be cut off the meat. And while you wait for the onion to be brown golden color, you can then add in your meat. Now that the onion is a golden color, you may now add the chili powder in. About 3 to 4 tablespoons. After adding in the chili powder, mixing it up for a minute, you will then add in about 250 milliliters of water. You will then add 4 garlics, 2 gingers, and a smidge of coriander. Then use the pestle and masher to mash all of this up together. You will then add all of that up into the pot. Mix it all together. We'll then add in the meat. You can do it before the tomato or after the tomato. You will then add in some cumin powder, a little bit, just a smidge too, a little bit of turmeric and curry powder. And chop up the tomato finely, about 1 kilo of tomatoes, or you have the other option to blend it, but it tastes much nicer if you chop it up. And now add the tomato and mix it all up. Then close the lid and slow cook the dish for about an hour. Okay, welcome back guys. This is the end product of the Ziggy and Eritrean dish. Let me show you. So that is the finished product. It's a saucy type curry dish, and you will then be eating it with this injera. And also you can have it with bread, rice, or whatever you want to have it with. Thanks guys, bye! Guys, and that is done. This is what the finished product will look like. You can also add egg if you want also to the dish. That's optional. Thanks guys, bye!
And I'm going to show you, I'll tell you step by step. We need 1 cup of tea flour, half cup of sorghum or barley flour, and self-raised, half cup of self-raised flour. And if you don't have leftover yeast from the previous one, so still you can use 1 spoon yeast, but still I have some leftover yeast from my previous injera, and I'm going to mix with that one. So I'm going to put the flour first and mix it up all together for 3 to 5 minutes. Then I will leave it for 24 hours, depend on the weather and depend on how much yeast do you put. because it has to be sour and has to be a little bit, you know, raised up properly. So I'm going to mix it for 3 to 5 minutes and I'll leave it for 24 hours. My dough is now is after 24 hours start has some bubbling and fermented, and I think it's a bit sour. Now we are going to make it our injera. I'm going to put in my thing here, because when we make it circle it's easier to make. And I'm going to heat up my pan. This is my pan. I'm going to turn on the light. Yeah, and when my pan is heat, I'll record again. You'll see how I'm going to do it. My pan is hot now, so I'm going to make it like round it as it is. And maybe we cook it for about 1 minute, and we'll take it off after 1 minute. Yeah. I hope you will enjoy my injera. Maybe one day we can make it from our global kitchen to learn different culture and to learn, you know, this is my injera looks like. And I'm using this one to take it. I don't know the name in English. Take it off my injera, and my injera looks like this one.